On a count of three, Team Jacob or Edward? 1, 2, 3.
Team Jacob.
I was trying to hear what everyone was saying.
Yeah, Jacob.
I'm Team Jacob too.
I was Team Edward growing up.
Oh, why'd you switch?
Marriage gave me no choice.
Hi guys, it's me, Brink.
And it's me, Dearica Hamby.
And welcome back to Straight to Cam, a Wave original. I'm here with my mother.
Yes.
Snaps. With Mama D, my big vet. We are besties, we're teammates, and you're not new to the show. I know everyone loved you, so welcome back to the show.
Happy to be here and to babysit.
It's a babysit. She does that every day, so you're doing it even more.
I got Sadel's back right now.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, I'm just so excited, and this is just more hours of the day we get to spend together. I know you're already sick of me, so
No,
I'm technically not playing with you yet. So
I haven't felt it fully.
I know you still have a break from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're like built for podcasting.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Coming up on today's episode, we will talk about crazy fan interactions, our biggest icks, and what it's like dating your friend's brother with a very special guest, podcast host, NAMI award winner, which is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and registered nurse, Tay Lautner. Welcome. We're so excited to have you.
I'm so excited to be here.
We do this thing called confessionals every episode, and it's just basically sharing like a fun fact or something silly about yourself. So my confessional this week is we were recently, on a road game. I was cheering for Dearica over here. I'm not playing right now, so I'm a part of the bench mob. So
cute.
I cheer really loud. I'm a great cheerleader.
She looks good on the sidelines.
Thank you.
I bet.
So I was like kind of like in a squat. You know when like Lynn, our coach, she does like the squat and she kind of just sits like that?
Yeah.
Like I was squatting on the sideline, like really intensely watching the game. And I think Dearica got an and one. And I was so hyped for her that I went back to sit on my chair and it flipped backwards and I ate it.
It was the kind that like lifts up, folds up?
Yes.
Where the fold ups?
It's a fold chair. So I literally fell back and I was just kind of stunned. I was
it
just like,
caught on camera?
I hope not. But then my trainer was right next to me. Carissa picked me back up, put me back on the chair. Ray was like, did you just fall? Like Ray was dying.
So people didn't really see it.
So hopefully people didn't see it, but I completely like ate it.
That was brave of you to share that. Thank
you. That's my confessional. I love that.
My confessional is I've been trying to save money. So I came up with this method of like, as soon as I get a check or get paid, like move the money to like another account.
Yeah.
And like leave a certain amount to like live off of.
I love that.
Yeah, it's not working.
The idea
I keep like wiring money back. To like my main account. But I'm trying.
Yeah.
So.
I think mine would be, I was trying to think of one, and I feel like I'm not like that interesting of a person sometimes. But
that's what I think every time I try to come up with.
I was even asking my husband, I was like, what do I say? But I think I'm gonna go with what Lonzo said, is I still sleep with my like childhood blankie.
Okay. I love that actually.
I do. And I feel like the thing is, I think when I was younger, I was like, I needed it with me. But now it's like I can use like a shirt or a sweatshirt if like, and when I travel, I don't really bring it. So I'll just use like one of my husband's shirts. It's more like a neck support thing now than anything.
Do you sleep with a pillow or?
I don't. I think I've just had the blankie for so long. I've become accustomed to like the neck prop of some type. I don't know.
No, that's completely valid. Wait, why do you not travel with it? Because you're afraid to lose it?
Yeah, probably. Or if it's like a weekend, I don't need it to sleep, but it's like it's cozy when it's there. So I think if I'm just like going away for the weekend, I'm like, I don't want to bring it and then scared to lose it.
I would be really scared to lose it. I've lost mine, so my mom got me a replacement one when I was in high school.
I was going to say, my kids have gone through so many replacement blankets and stuffed animals, and
They've lost them?
I mean, I may have lost them, but we're not going to tell them that. I
know, they don't
replace
need to know.
it.
Yeah. That was a good one. Oh, you watched those podcasts. That was so good.
Yeah.
I was mad at him that he like threw it away. I was like, why would you throw away something so sentimental?
Yeah.
To you.
Just give
but
it to your
boys
kid.
don't care. He was like, I don't know, I grew out of it. I was like, no, like you could keep it. Like I don't know about you guys, but I have a box.
Yep.
It's like a random like old shoebox I put all my letters in.
Yeah.
You and I are the same. I have one like each year.
You only have one box though?
I do. I only have one box.
Oh no, I have
I have
like
I
have a lot of boxes.
boxes at my mom's house, boxes at my house.
Yeah, when my husband and I started dating, I did like little boxes, and now we're on like year 7, so I have 7 boxes of
like
just like
tickets,
little tickets, or
Aw.
if we go somewhere, if there's like a disposable camera or like a little, I don't know, like a trinket or something. So that's kind of like the thing that I've been doing. But I probably need to condense to like one big box, because they're all like the cute little like boxes that you gift someone.
You
Yeah.
seem very organized. You seem extremely.
That is, yeah.
I love that. I wish I was like that.
Facts.
Do you know, we're locker partners. My locker.
Yeah,
mess.
it's like trickling over into mine.
I know. Some of your shoes are on my side. I have to
supposed to
bedazzle
decorate those. Yeah,
I
you're
know,
supposed to
sorry.
bedazzle.
I'm a bedazzler. I like to.
Love that.
If you want anything bedazzled,
Noted.
I'm gonna
Always,
bedazzle her Jordan shoes. Jordan, but
Maya always comes home. She was like a Montessori school, so they always do like a lot of artwork. And she comes home and like they put it in like her backpack. And every time I come, like she brings it home, I try to like pull it out and throw it in the trash. And one time she went in the trash and she was like, "Mom, like how could you throw away like my elephant or something like that?" She knows like every time, and I'm like, I just want to,
because
like,
you don't want
need
the
all
clutter.
of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I'll keep some of them, like the really nice ones, but I'm like, you don't need all
Yeah,
of
if
this.
they're coloring like every day and they're bringing home
Yes.
something.
I'm like, you don't need all, what are we gonna do with all this?
Nothing gets
She's
past
like,
Amaya.
I don't wanna, like, why would you throw that away?
Oh,
She's too smart for all
Sweet
of
girl.
us.
Yeah.
We were sitting here earlier. Dearica's daughter, she looked at me and she was like, did you put on fake freckles today? I was like, yeah. I was like, do you like them? She was like, yeah. I was like, how? She's so observant.
She's observant. She's very
so
observant.
observant.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like them. I had fake freckles on the other day. I also have like under my makeup, I have a lot of real freckles,
Yeah.
but I put the fake ones on over my makeup, and my husband was like looking at me and he goes, do you have, and I was like, they're freckles, and he was like, oh, okay. I was like,
Do you have something that you're like,
yeah.
thanks?
I was like, it's not, and then I was self-conscious about my freckles, but yeah, no, he like tried to wipe them off my face, and I was like, no, they're supposed to be there.
No, they're supposed to be there. I'm just a fraud in like, I don't have any real freckles or anything. I think they make my nose look tinier.
Snatched.
Yeah, so that's why I
I
do
haven't
that.
seen that one. I haven't seen that one.
You're like, that's new.
So you host The Squeeze with your husband, Taylor Lautner. I love the show. I listened to it on the way here. The girlfriends or the Galentine's episode
Yes.
was so good. And your girlfriends just seem so, like you have a really good group around you,
you.
which is like really important.
Thank you. Yeah, that night was fun. Yeah, I loved that whole group of girls. Was amazing. So
What inspired the show, first of all? And like, did you always know you wanted mental wellness to be tied into it?
yeah, I mean, I had no intention of ever starting a podcast. I, even to this day, am not like an avid podcast listener. I had no clue what I was doing, but I have this thing where I think I like dream. Obviously, I dream in my sleep, but I like work, like a dream of like work stuff that I want to do in my sleep. When I had left the hospital, I woke up one morning and was like, I'm going to start a nonprofit. So then I started a nonprofit called the Lemons Foundation. I had no intention of ever doing that. And then that's kind of the same thing that happened with the podcast about a year after it. I woke up one day and I was like, I think I'm going to do this. Like, it just, posting about it on social media is one thing, but I think one of the biggest things we learned through COVID is how important community is, and hearing people's stories. And that's been the biggest thing that I feel like I've learned is, I mean, it's been 2.5 years, and the stories, like every time there's a guest, I just feel like I've learned something and I've taken something away from every interview. And it's such a good reminder of how important community is. But I had no intention of ever doing one. I still feel like I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just like
That makes me
chatting.
feel so much better.
I just feel like if you show up and you talk, and that's just that's it.
Yeah.
That's the basis of it.
I feel like I've learned, okay, like I read too many Instagram, like who knows if the stats are real, but all these posts about how like loneliness can affect your lifespan by a lot. And that's why you said community is so important. So that's why I'm thankful. I'm like, if I didn't have a team to be with every day, I feel like I would really struggle. Like right now, my fiance is working a remote job, and like I kind of see how it affected him in the first couple weeks that he's still kind of acclimating to LA with me. And I could definitely tell he like really needed a sense of like, he missed being around, like he rode in college, like he missed being around his teammates. So it's getting better, and like he makes friends like He could make friends with a brick wall, so he's doing fine now.
I feel like athletes probably especially, or come from the team like aspect, even probably the hospital. Like there's just so much community, and then it just kind of taken away from you.
Yeah, especially because so many people went like remote, and no one like goes into the office anymore.
Yeah.
And you know, talking over Zoom is one thing, but I really feel like sitting down and like having the human to human interaction is so important.
But it's crazy because you hear people say they want that more. They're like, oh, I want to be remote, and then it's probably like when you get it, you're like, I miss, like, you don't realize what you're missing.
It's not always greener. Yeah. What made you so passionate about mental health? Do you think it's because you started being a nurse and just seeing that aspect of people?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was always surrounded by mental health stuff. There's a lot of like addiction that runs in my family. I've just a lot of mental illness around me growing up, and I never struggled with it until I worked as a nurse. I worked as a COVID nurse, and then when I had to leave the hospital because I got diagnosed with severe PTSD and depression and anxiety from it. So it was like, okay, we gotta remove ourselves from this. And that's kind of what sparked it, because it was the first time I really struggled myself, and I was like, oh. Like, I always like to think of myself as, you know, I'm mentally tough. I push through it, whatever. And with that, I was like, oh, like, I'm actually, like, I'm sad. Like,
there's some things you just can't.
Yeah, that's not how mental health works. So, yeah, that was kind of what, like, opened the door for me.
Do you think, was it from just, like, being around people, the sadness or the, like, having to hold their emotions or so much kind of triggered that stuff? Or?
It was honestly a lot. I think with COVID, it was kind of like we were in a war zone almost. Like, that's how it felt. Like, I then also became claustrophobic, but it was just the constant like going in and out of rooms, putting the PPE on and off. And it's crazy because the nurses that work during COVID show the same like brain scans as war veterans that have PTSD.
No,
it's crazy.
I'm not surprised though.
Yeah, I can believe that.
You guys had to see so much loss, and it was like you said, there's probably no space. Like, I remember like hearing like ventilators were like so scarce that no one could get on one, or
there was just like a lot of unknown. And also I was so young, and in nursing school they prepare you with like how to cope with death and whatnot, but it's hard as like a 24-year-old being
that's
asked,
how old I am.
Asked like, patients would literally ask me like, am I going to die? Like, am I going to make it? And I know they're probably not going to make it, but like, how do you say that to them? So it was just a lot of stuff that I can't even really like put into words, that just the experience of it was one of a kind.
I'm not
I mean, like,
I could do that.
I know, I'm sorry, but like you sharing that is like so amazing. And I know COVID was so hard for me on a completely different scale, but it was like my freshman year in college, and they shut down all of our facilities, and we had to get tested every 2 weeks. And if you were, you know, within 6 feet of someone and they tested positive, you had to be quarantined for 2 weeks automatically. So it took a huge hit on my mental health too. And I think we're still feeling the effects of COVID. I know you played in the bubble, which is like, you know, how the NBA had like a bubble. The W had the same thing. So
and that's the thing too. Like, obviously what I went through as a nurse is one thing, but everyone struggled with their mental health during COVID. And I think everyone feeling that is so valid. It was just such an interesting time, whether you were working or whether you were just sitting at home for months. Like, it really, I feel like, opened a lot of people's eyes to, like, you just kind of had to look inward, and you couldn't like keep yourself busy.
People were forced to like be by themselves.
Yeah.
So you said you had these dreams. I'm into like manifesting, and like, so do you feel like that's kind of what happened with your?
I think so. I feel like my subconscious is very loud, and I think when I'm asleep, that's when she gets to work, and then she's like, "This is what we're gonna do." But I'm a big manifester and all of that.
I do like vision boards, and I think I like the last like 3 years I've written stuff down on a board, and like I would say like 90% of it has like come true. So.
Yeah. I love doing like every year like a goals and list that I want for the year. And I think it's important to, on that list, like I always write things that I know I can achieve, and then I write things that are just like,
outlandish or like
I might as well just dream big. Like, it's just on a piece of paper in my office next to my computer. I'm the only person that's going to see it. I might as well write this down and actually believe that this will happen, because I feel like most of the time it ends up happening.
Or you fall like a little short, but that's still
Yeah.
more than what you like. Or, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the
why
same
not
way.
aim for...
Exactly.
I work with a performance coach, and his like main teaching, it's been like 3 weeks I've been working with him, but I feel like I've learned so much already.
Yeah.
And his main kind of teaching to me has been visions, like setting a vision.
Yeah.
And if like, he always says, if you could have it any way you want it,
Yeah.
like what would it be? Like he says, like so far we've set a vision for, you know, my future marriage with my fiance, like this season coming back from injury, like you could set a vision for anything. And like we make it's so simple. Like you have a T chart, and like on one side it says software and the other is hardware. And like, it's just like, what are the tangible things and what are like the intangibles of it. So
Yeah.
I feel like a difference already.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's
it
really
does.
important
It
writing
makes-
it down.
Yeah.
Perception.
I'm sure
and-
you guys do it too, like before a game. I mean, I know you get to practice like before the game actually starts, but I feel like there's something so important about seeing the space that you're going to be in and taking the time before you go out, before a game, before it's a speaking engagement, before it's whatever it is, like seeing the space and then taking the time, like 30 seconds, a minute before, to be like, okay, I can see myself going out there. I'm going to perform well, whatever it is. That I would do that I danced growing up, and so that was like huge for me.
I hope I see you dance more soon, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, wait. Do you have nicknames for Taylor, or do you guys like call each other?
Yeah, because you guys have
like,
the same name.
We
so-
do have the same name. Our friends say girl Tay and boy Tay.
That's
Aw.
cute.
That is
That's
kind
a
of
lot though. Like,
that's kind of how it's. I know. And now it's funny because I'm just always girl Tay and he's always boy Tay, even when we're not together. Like if I'm out with my girlfriends, he'd be like
Yeah.
girl Tay, and it's become like a cute little thing. But we try to do him Taylor and me Tay.
Yeah.
Which I've always gone by Tay,
Tay.
so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, the girl Tay and boy Tay is
that's cute though. That's clever.
kind of the thing. So.
Yeah.
I love like names. My parents named me Cameron because they wanted it to be like unisex.
Yeah.
That's the right way to say it, right?
Yeah.
Gender neutral.
Gender
Yeah.
neutral. Yeah. So like growing up, we had family friends. Their son was named Cameron.
Yeah.
Or he is Cameron. So I was Cam girl and he was Cam boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
so-
my gosh, how funny.
I know, it's so funny. So
I love
yeah,
that.
I love that. That's really cute.
that's cute. On a count of 3, Team Jacob or Team Edward? Edwards.
Edward.
You don't get him up.
On a count of 3, Team Jacob or Edward? 1, 2, 3.
Team
Jacob.
Jacob.
I was trying to hear what everyone was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob.
I'm Team Jacob too.
Have you seen them?
It's been a while. I'm not gonna lie. I obviously watched it a long time ago, but I can't remember.
I'll let it go.
Thank you.
I'll let it go. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I used to be, when I grew up and I loved Twilight, and I was Team Edward growing up. But now I am not.
Yes.
How? Like, why'd you switch?
Because marriage.
Yeah.
Marriage gave me no choice.
Did you tell him that?
Oh, yeah, he knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
He probably loved that, honestly. Probably like
I know. I actually wonder what he really does think about that. I always used to tell him that it was like when I was coming out, I just wasn't into like abs yet. Like I wasn't into like hot. Men.
it's like like I was always
You're
obsessed
the
with like
mysterious.
Yeah.
To the mysteriousness.
I loved like the Abercrombie like male model. Like I always loved that. I don't know. I lived in Amsterdam for a long time and I felt like that was so huge there.
You
Yeah.
lived in
too.
Amsterdam?
Yeah, I lived in the Netherlands for 3 years.
When?
That's not a long time, but when I was like ages 8 through
No, that's
11.
enough time to be like, as you're growing up. To
It
be,
was like a
effective.
really like
Yeah.
pivotal time.
I
in
did
my-
not know that.
That's so funny.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I remember like Hollister and Abercrombie were
Yeah.
like the huge things, and like all like the ripped guys would be standing outside the
That
door
could have
and,
been
like,
your confession.
that
Yeah,
could have
wait.
been my
Why'd you live
confession.
there?
So my parents worked for Nike for
Okay.
20 plus years, and my dad had a
wow.
job opening to, work like in emerging markets in Asia, whatever that means. And then my mom also got a job over there. So it was amazing. They paid for our house, our car. Like we had so much money to travel. So we took trains everywhere because like you could
Yeah.
just train everywhere in Europe.
And once
So-
you get over there, it's cheap and easy to
I
travel.
know. Well, so Dearica's played overseas as well. So yeah, I can't believe I haven't told you that.
No, I did not know that.
And so I'm also like part Dutch. So
Got it.
everyone like, I don't know if people have noticed, I dyed my hair brown kind of.
Yeah.
Because it's more like blonde, brown. blonde. But I was like just tall blonde. Everyone always would come up to me and speak Dutch, and I'd be like,
you're like,
no, spreken Nederland. Like I'm
oh, that sounded good.
That's like the only thing I know. Eet smakelijk is like bon appetit.
Wait, this
Dutch.
Sounds so natural for you.
Really? I don't think it does.
Granted, I don't really know what the accent is supposed to sound like, but it sounds really good.
When we traveled to London this one time. Have you ever been to like a Harold's? Like it's like
chicken?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I think it's a department store. Is there a Harold's chicken?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Harrods? Wait, what is it called? Harold's? Harrods.
But basically, like I remember being at this department store and one of the workers was like, yeah, if you want the perfect Dutch accent, you chew a piece of chocolate and drink a huge glass of milk. Because it sounds gross, but their accents are very
chocolate and milk sounds gross.
No, like he's saying like their accents are phlegmy, which sound like they have, it's very like, you know what I mean? So he was like, basically
chocolate
like,
and
it sounds like
you do that though?
Yeah, like if you like have like some some candy and like you have like
She's going home and just like having a glass of milk and chocolate.
I mean, because I give my kids chocolate and milk, so I'm trying to see.
Like a piece of chocolate, like if you like have like a chocolate bar and then like a big glass of milk.
I don't understand how I would do that though.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I guess we have to try it out now.
It's like basically
Bring out
like
the milk.
I know. Let's try it. But like it's basically like it's supposed to like make you sound like you have like flat. It's like Flemish, like a dialect of Dutch is Flemish. Like it's kind of like
good to know if I ever want to sound Dutch.
This episode of Straight to Cam is brought to you by McDonald's all new McCrispy strips. You guys know Sadell just had her baby, but I miss her so much. So I did order her some McCrispy strips and myself some. So right after this episode, we're both going to catch up over the phone and we'll both be snacking on these new McCrispy strips. So it's like we're together. For me personally, it's not a McCrispy strip meal without the sauces. And I forgot what Sadell's favorite sauce was. So I did get her 2 of every sauce just in case because you can never have enough sauce. And with that golden brown, peppery breading, the McCrispy strips can go with any sauce. And if you're feeling a little sweet and want that kick of heat, you can't forget the creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's the perfect sweet and spicy meal for the summer. So grab your Diet Coke and go out and get yourself some. New McCrispy strips with a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's chicken made for dipping. Only at McDonald's. Order now. I'm really excited to share ZBiotics with you guys. As an athlete, many people believe I've had to sacrifice other parts of my life. But with ZBiotics pre-alcohol, I am not compromising enjoying the fun social moments of life and balancing my fitness goals. I think having discipline is important for success, and having the discipline of knowing when to push yourself and when to take a beat is important. That's why I choose ZBiotics pre-alcohol, so I can always be ready for what's next. ZBiotics also has sugar to fiber that takes sugar that most of us don't need more of in our diet and turns it into leaven fiber, something most of us do need in our diet to help us feed a more diverse set of bacteria in the gut. Both were built by PhD scientists who saw a need to help people live a more balanced life. Mixing sugar to fiber into a drink every day is a simple step I can take to improve my gut health. I was so happy to hear ZBiotics values having a science team full of women and that they support women's sports so they know what's up. Go to zbiotics.com/cam to learn more and get 15% off of your first order when you use code CAM at checkout. ZBiotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/cam and use code CAM at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode and our good times. Okay, so we have to talk about how you met Taylor.
Yeah.
Through your friend.
Yes.
Your friend was like, I think you met, or no. I just met your future wife. Is that correct?
So it was through his sister, but I met her through my friend.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, one of my best friends and his sister, they went to college together. Where it's really weird because he's from Michigan originally, but when they moved to LA, they moved to like the same town that I lived in. Mm-hmm. And so his sister and I went to rival high schools. And because Taylor and I are 5 years apart, and he did finish high school technically, but he stopped going when he was a sophomore. I always say he didn't finish high school. He's like, babe, I did finish high school. I'm like, okay. So
he got his GED.
Yes, he did. But anyways, I knew him and his sister and I like knew who the other was just because it was like small town, and but I didn't know her personally. And then I met her through my friend because they became friends. They played volleyball against each other growing up. They became roommates, and I met her then. And then they came home and we just had a girls' night. My girlfriend had like 10 girls over, and his sister called him. I didn't know that she was doing this, but she called him after and was like, hey, you need to throw game night at your house. I just met this girl. I think you would really like her. And Taylor's later tells me like, LOL, like there's no way my 6-year younger little sister is setting me up with someone. Like, I'm good, but I'll throw the game night because you're in town and it's Christmas, whatever, bring her. And then we basically just hung out in group settings. I had just gotten out of a relationship and I was just about to start nursing school. And I was like, I'm not dating. I'm going to go to nursing school. I'm going to do travel nursing. Like just
travel nursing.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay,
yeah. And I was like, I just want to be single. And then we hung out a few times, and looking back, I was definitely very naive. He was flirting with me and definitely trying to get to know me, but I was just so like, no. Also, it was this new friend I made, like her brother, and I wasn't gonna be like, I didn't want her to feel like I was trying to get to her brother. So I was really like, no, nothing's going on.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks went by and it just happened. We speed dated for 2 weeks. Like after, I think we maybe like talked in a friend setting for a couple weeks. Then we kind of just like speed dated for 2 weeks. And then he went off to London to film for 2.5 months. And
that's hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thankful that that's how we started our relationship, because I felt like when he got back, like it felt like we'd been together for so long because all we could do was talk, and it took like the physical out of the relationship, which I feel like a lot of new relationships, it's only physical.
On that, yeah.
And it really made us like have to talk, and we really got to know each other. And like by the time I got home, I was like, it's only been like a couple months. Like it feels like it's been a year already. So it was really cool. But I'm happy that's how it started, because like we talk about that, like doing that now doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I have a question. So what did his sister say to him about you? Like, what about you? Because you just met her, so it's not like you had like a long relationship with her either.
Yeah.
Did she say what it was about you that she felt like she should share with him?
No, I don't. I mean, maybe she
So
thought it
she
was like
gotta tell us,
funny.
yeah.
Maybe she thought. No, I actually don't know what she said. I think
She's
she's just
great taste.
clearly. But it's crazy because she'd never tried to do that before, and Taylor was like, "There's no way."
This one time.
Really, everything happens for a reason like that. Like,
yeah,
she just like was like, I have to introduce them.
Yeah. Looking back, I feel like it does make sense because she knows him so well. They're very close, and it does make sense that she would meet someone and be like, "Oh, this person's actually like good." For my brother.
Yeah. Are you very close with her now too?
Yeah.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, I don't have any siblings, so she's and he only has one sister. It's just her, so she's like the closest thing I have to a sibling.
Yeah. So my fiance has 2 brothers.
Okay.
So I'm kind of
You were the
I
boys.
guess I'm like I have a brother, so I'm like only surrounded by guys. So I'm like I've always wanted a sister. So I guess basketball is like that. Like you are with these amazing people every day that get on your nerves sometimes.
No, we're literally like,
we're with each other all the time, but we are like sisters. But I call Dearica mom, so
I'm the mom.
She's the mom.
I love it.
She's the team mom.
You give mom energy in like the best way.
Yay, thank you.
I love that.
Do people ever tell you that? I feel like you do in like a really good way too.
Yeah, I've always been mom.
I feel like you like make itineraries for trips.
Yeah.
I wish like I just know that's not who I am.
Yeah.
So I don't force it upon myself, but I really wish I was organized.
I didn't start using Google Calendar until like the past couple of years. And the fact that I think it's made me worse of a type A person, because I can color coordinate and you can put the location, the details, you can invite the people, you can do like, I'm going to work out with my girlfriends tomorrow, and I literally put like Aloe Gym and then like invited them both. I like put the ad. I'm like, what am I doing? I need to calm down.
So cute though.
I feel like it helps me keep my life together.
Yeah. You're not like a pen to paper person either?
See, that I am. Okay. And in my bag, I have my notebook with me. I do like writing things down, but the calendar it changes so much, so it's a lot. It's a lot
How
easier.
important are pens for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to be a nice gel.
A nice pen.
Yeah.
I know you're like that, like for the
No,
vision
I'm not.
boards.
Just
Yeah.
for the vision boards though, but
Okay.
I'm not like a calendar type of. I've tried it. It just, I feel like I like chaos more, like a little bit. Like, I just remember.
You do have a good memory. That you do.
I forget stuff too, but I
You
feel
need
like I'm
to tell
mostly
her
just kind
about
of
the
like on the
vision
fly.
boards.
Like,
You need to like tell her about the vision boards, like how you have all the Hobby Lobby, like you came with.
well, I have kids, so
Yeah.
8 and 2, but my 8-year-old is very like into arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So she does vision boards too with me. And so like last year she
That's so
wrote, she wanted
sweet.
to meet Taylor Swift, but we're working on that.
Yeah.
I took her to the concert though, so that
Aw.
like manifested in a sense.
the
But
best. My
yeah,
concert
I'm like
is-
really just into that part of it, and I'm looking into starting a business or like a charm shop.
I love
So
this.
yeah.
I love it.
We do love arts and crafts over here.
So
I feel like what we do every day is so stressful that you need a way to.
well, yeah, we blew bubbles today, like in pre-practice.
We did.
But I always tell people like everyone's like, how do you? And I was like, I have kids, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm always kind of doing like arts and crafts and like
Yeah.
fun, like lighthearted stuff. Like mine wants to do a balloon fight outside.
A water
I should
balloon?
invite you guys. Yeah.
You know they have water balloons that you can fill up like 50
they
at
just
a
go,
time.
yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
that
Have
thing.
you seen those?
Yeah.
Worth it. We should get those from like
No, she's
Costco
literally
or
been like,
something.
come on, when are we gonna do the balloon fight?
Oh, she's gonna like pelt me. I'm
I'm gonna actually make you responsible for it.
Okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'll go to Costco. I don't have a Costco membership now.
Costco.
Costco. Okay, wait. Also, I just need to share this about the vision boards. So our teammate Kelsey Plum, you guys were doing it at her house, but they knew I had this day in particular, I had a really shitty day. So they were texting me. They were like, you need to come over. I was like, no, you guys, I can't. And they were like, why? And I was like, this is so TMI, but I was like, I have a jug that I need to pee into. You know this. I had to take a 24-hour urine test and I had to keep it in my fridge.
Ooh.
I know. Does this sound familiar or no?
I haven't personally ever had to do that, but I have heard of these things. Yes.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if you've ever like administered one of them for a person or not, but I basically.
Well, I think you just give the jug though. You wouldn't watch it?
I mean,
no. But so basically, like they were testing my calcium for something.
got it.
So I had to I thought I had to stay home.
Yeah.
And be glued to this jug because anytime I had to go to the bathroom, I was like, okay, I need to go get the jug and then put it back in the fridge. I disinfected my fridge after.
Okay. It's okay.
But then they finally convinced me, when your vets tell you to do
Yeah, we
something,
basically
you
forced
do
her.
it.
Yeah.
And so I showed up to Kelsey's house, and on the counter was 2 jugs, and they were all like, "We're doing it with you." So I have really good teammates, but
Aw,
they basically
so sweet.
forced me to leave my pee jug at home.
I didn't see that.
You basically, Kelsey did.
Okay. I was like, I missed that one. I forced the vision.
You forced the vision board. Yes. Kelsey forced
The pee jug.
jug.
That's hilarious.
I didn't know if that was a nerd, if you
I've
saw.
had a couple patients that I've had to do a 24-hour
Got it.
urine thing
It
before.
definitely, when they told me I had to do that, I was like, you're shitting me.
I thought you were gonna say you had to drink the jug that you have to drink before you have a colonoscopy.
Oh, isn't that a vibrant color or something?
I've actually had one and I've had to drink it and it's clear and
Oh,
it is
no.
the worst experience.
People say that about
What are they
the what's it called when you're pregnant? The
glucose.
it's so good.
You're weird though.
It tastes like electrolytes, Gatorade.
We are
Yeah,
used
I
to
don't
drinking literal salt. Have you ever had LMNT or
Yeah.
whatever? We legit just drink salt.
Just like
water.
sports drinks.
Yeah.
It tastes like salt.
Yeah, maybe because you're used to it.
Yeah.
That consistency. Maybe it's because it is a little thicker, right? Or is it not? You're like, oh.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Yep.
I feel like you just don't care. You're like, yeah, I'll do it.
It is good to me. I actually I don't dread. I wasn't like, ugh. I
Yeah.
was like, yay.
I really had to make sure you guys knew I cleaned my fridge though, because
I don't want any of your baked goods
yeah,
Yeah.
don't.
for a few months.
It was so gross. It was so gross. And then I had to walk back into the doctor's office with a freaking jug. And then
That's probably the grossest color too, because it's probably all kinds of the spectrum.
of pee? No, I was hydrated. I was hydrating, but it was
that's
it was an opaque jar, so you couldn't see through it. But
Oh.
it has kind of a hazard label on it, so
Yeah.
people know it's
Don't
piss.
touch this.
But so I kind of the nurses were like, "Oh, thanks," and I went to hand it to them, and they were like, "No," they gave me a tray. I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't know why." I just went to hand you this, but they're like, "It's okay." So that was a very amazing moment of my lifetime. That's my peace story. Everything turned out fine though. My calcium levels are good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
So you watched Twilight as a fan when you were younger, and Taylor was a teen heartthrob. When did it change for you that like he's normal?
When I met him,
Yeah.
I have this weird thing where it honestly has like bummed Taylor out because I'm so unfazed by celebrity. We always say our biggest thing is like athletes. That's like, we love athletes, and that's like what we get excited about. But celebrity wise, I don't really like get too excited. But Taylor is just so normal. Like, he's so approachable. If you didn't know he was famous, you literally would never know. Has no ego, just so kind. So that was honestly like my first impression of him. Honestly, it was nice because it wasn't intimidating meeting him or anything. He's just so chill and like, let's play running charades, or like it was for a game night. So it was nice.
Did you have to deal with like when you first started being public with him, like people coming up? Those kind of things, interactions.
Yeah, I mean, we waited a bit to like go like internet official.
Yeah, like hard launch.
Yeah. Which I actually really love that we did that. There was like a few things, like I think what made me so okay with it, because he was my first like introduction into the entertainment industry, anything like that. And I think what made it so easy was he was so, like, when we would walk around outside, he wouldn't be like, I can't hold your hand. Like, he would hold my hand and be like, if there's a photo, whatever, like, I don't really care. And when we would go out to events and stuff, he'd be like, this is my girlfriend, and always introducing me, making me feel a part of the conversation. So it didn't feel like there was any part of him that was trying to hide me at all. But when we did finally post, it did become different, because then your relationship is officially like out there in the world. But I feel like his fan base is so kind and loving that they've just welcomed me with open arms, and it's been like the sweetest thing. So I'm really grateful that I have that love and support from his fans, and it's not this.
I would say that would probably be a headache if it was the other way around.
Yeah, no, I'm very thankful.
They're sharing their man, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's a testament to who he is too. If he can if people who like truly support him are like, he's so kind, like we need to embody those traits too.
Yeah.
But yeah, people on the internet are crazy. So
yeah,
I'm glad that they've been supportive. And how many years have you guys been together now?
7.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I think end of this year is 8. Yeah, I think 7 years.
How long were you engaged for? I always ask everyone.
We were engaged for a year, exactly. So we got engaged on 11/11/21 and then married 11/11/22.
Because I read somewhere you're into. Is numerology the right word, or you're just like into
spiritual
numbers?
Yeah, I just love it. I love a number.
What's your favorite number?
2.
My number is 22. Ha.
Yeah, 2 is my favorite.
Dearica's 3.
Well, I'm
3.
5.
No.
5.
5. Sorry, 5. I knew that.
But I'm into like.
What's your angel number?
I don't have like an angel. They're all angel numbers. The numbers are what you want them to be.
Okay, this is where it goes over my head.
But 11/11 is a portal day, so.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
A portal day?
It's like 11/11 is like a special 2/22, 1/11.
And Taylor planned that all on his own.
He did?
It's kind of crazy because I think he had my ring for like around like 9 months.
Wow.
Maybe around there. I think he was trying to find, like, he wanted it to be perfect. He is just like, he loves like special moments like that. He wants them to be like perfect. And I knew that was how he was going to be. And so I kept always being like, hon, just do it one night in the kitchen. Like, just us. If you're feeling it, just, do it. Like, I don't want a thing like that. I just want it to be us. And he did do it in the kitchen, but he went all out and did like a whole little like roses and candles. And in his little like speech to me, he was like, we can get like 11/11/22 is a Friday. Like, we can like get married that day if you want. And I was like,
he's
great.
very organized too.
He knows, because I had been telling him that I wanted to get married on an even year. I didn't want to get married on an odd year. So it was either we were going to get married in a year or we were going to have to push it and wait. I don't know. That was just what my brain was telling me. But yeah, he did that one all on his own. So
oh my gosh,
it's impressive.
I love that you wait. I'm going back to the athlete. Like, why do you feel like you guys like athlete? Like, have you been into sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an only child, and my dad kind of just raised me as a boy. With sports and things. He had no one else to watch them with, so I always like grew up watching sports with him. But Taylor is like, he loves all sports, but like the NFL is his. Like,
So who's your guys' favorite like athletes?
gosh, I mean,
Sorry to put you on the spot.
I know.
If you don't say any WNBA players, we will not be offended.
We won't.
Both of you. No, I mean, the person who we're closest with is Aiden Hutchinson. He plays for the Lions.
Yeah.
And he is just a gem. I mean, Taylor's friends with so many of the Lions players, and they're all just
I
best.
love their what is it called? Hard Knocks.
Oh,
season.
yeah.
It was so good. I love watching those.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe because Taylor is an actor, like he doesn't get excited from other actors. Like it's just like his world. But with athletes, just like I don't know. It's a different world, and like we both grew up like doing sports, and I feel like I can appreciate like all of like the hard work that goes into it. And he gets so nervous when he like meets an athlete that he's like really excited about. I remember we were out to dinner once, and Matthew Stafford was at the restaurant with his wife. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, Matthew Stafford's here!" And he played for the Lions for a long time, and then he came out. And so Taylor's been a Lions fan his whole life, and so Matthew was like his like savior. And I was like, "You should go say hi." You know, you and his wife follow each other on Instagram. You know each other. And he was like, "No, I can't." I was like, "Honey, just do it." Like, he's like, "What if they don't know who I am?" I was like, "I think you're gonna be okay.
You're gonna be okay.
I think you're gonna be okay, honey." And so I go to go get the valet, and I look and he's talking to them, and he's like in this like wide stance, and he does this like stretching thing when he gets nervous. It's the funniest thing. And now he catches himself doing it. I don't know like what it is, but he was like just had his legs like super spread out and was like kind of like stretching, like chatting with them. And I was like, oh no, what is he doing? But it was the sweetest thing. So yeah, we love all of the sports things, but I think that's why we get so excited with athletes.
You said you danced. Like dance is like the hardest sport, I feel like one of them, you have to perform, like you have to make the movements you're doing look effortless, which like we can like play basketball, but like for me, like
I think like dance and gymnastics.
Like you have to have like crazy body control. Like we can do like a layup, but if it doesn't look good, like it's still it's about making the layup. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've always thought that like if I'm watching, like I love the Netflix show, the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. Yeah. Have you seen that? Oh my God. You would love, Maya would love it.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, you don't watch TV. Her phone is always on Do Not Disturb. Like if you text
her, we already talked about this.
I'm just saying, like she responds to me, but you're the best at protecting your peace. So I understand.
I try.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like have so much respect for dancers, for cheerleaders. So never could do the dance thing myself. We may not have the song of the summer yet, but we do have a stunning outdoor space to bask in the sun, all thanks to Wayfair. Wayfair has everything you need to make your outdoor space truly feel like you. They have patio sets, lounge chairs, hot tubs, fire pits, gazebos, and of course, string lights. Wait, can you believe you can buy hot tubs and fire pits? I may need to go add those to my cart. So no matter how large or small your space is, Wayfair has something for you to add your personal touch to this summer. I have to share how obsessed I am with this new patio set. It's the perfect set for my fiance and I to sit together and enjoy our mornings, or after a long day, me and my girls will all sit around and take out some time to play a card game. It has a sleek look that I've been loving if you want to twin with me. It's the Natalia 2-person wood patio dining set with the extendable round table. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or your budget. Don't wait. Make your outdoor space your dream oasis today with Wayfair and enjoy it all summer long. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop a huge outdoor selection. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Thank you, Wayfair. So I heard that you and Taylor may be on Dancing with the Stars. Are there any updates there, or should we manifest that? Because I would love to see that.
We can definitely manifest that. I would love to do the show. It's definitely been a goal and a dream of mine to do. I mean, since I was a kid, I grew up watching it, and I wanted to be like the pro. I never did ballroom, but I always grew up watching it, and I was like, this would be really cool to be on this show. So now it's kind of cool that, you know, maybe one day there's an opportunity to be on the other side of it. But yeah, I definitely would love
we're gonna put it on our Digital or our
vision boards.
Vision boards.
vision
I'm trying
boards.
to think of like our mental vision boards.
Yeah.
All right, you heard her Dancing with the Stars.
I know. I'm like, what? Put you on there.
It's a no-brainer.
But do you think ballroom's that much different from what you did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Harder? No.
Very hard.
Really?
It's very hard.
Yeah, I guess like I don't really have, I've watched Dancing with the Stars my whole life too. And like, I guess.
The pros are so talented. They make it look like it's literally nothing. And I'm friends with a couple of them and they've like tried to teach me some steps. I'm like, this is like, it's so crazy. Just the way they move their bodies and they make it look like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you have to like make it look effortless.
Yeah.
Like,
but the people that go on there, they're not like dancers, no? Like
some of them can be like
some of the
like Charlie D'Amelio was on.
Yeah,
she was a dancer.
Enrique was not a dancer.
Oh my gosh, a girl. She
WNBA
now
player's
plays for
been on there,
Dallas.
yeah.
She was on the show. Did she win?
No.
I didn't. I don't know. Would you do it?
Absolutely not. First
Really?
of all, I'm too goofy.
No, you're not. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I'm too self-conscious of my lanky. I'm not a good dancer. So I feel like the people that do it have some sort of base coordination in that sense.
I mean,
will they find you like a 6'8"?
Yeah, I'm also too tall to be partners with anybody, you know?
That's
who was
good.
she
We should
partner?
look that
Who
up.
was the girl that did who?
Well, Enrique's a little or smaller than us.
Enrique's like 5'9".
Because they always
No,
do.
not even.
They always do the
Sorry.
small female with like a retired NBA player, but they should do the opposite.
Middle school, like all the boys, we would do line dancing and none of them wanted to be my partner because I was so much. No, it literally was like the worst. Like I was so petrified. And then like there was another time, like this is so silly, but we won. I was playing like USA basketball, youth USA basketball, and we traveled like all over the world, and we won in, I think it was Thailand. No, where were we? In Belarus, somewhere freaking random.
Okay.
We won a gold medal there, and then all of a sudden, like the whole team starts breaking into dance for like this Drake song, you know, Kiki, do you love me? And so they all knew the whole dance, like the steps to the dance, and I just like slinked to the back of the court, and I was, and then recently the video resurfaced and everyone's commenting like, oh my god, Cameron is so awkward and like in the back.
I played the violin in elementary school and I used to sit in the back because I did not know what I was doing. I was just like,
The violin?
yes,
That's such a fun fact.
I played the violin.
Could you still like party trick, like whip one out?
Yeah, it'll sound terrible, but I could do it.
That's like very sophisticated. Like that's crazy.
I had glasses, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was
have
like
a picture of it, I think.
Oh my gosh, I need to see that photo.
Yeah.
I was like the xylophone. Did you ever like have to play the xylophone or the recorder?
Recorder, yeah.
I just made sure I sat in the back so you couldn't hear mine.
I'm sure you did fine.
I would love to see that.
I have a photo on my phone. I'll show you guys
We
after.
need to see
I have
that.
to find it.
Okay, so we're coming up on our last segment. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the violin thing.
I'm going to send you the picture.
We're coming up on our last segment. This is called We Have Some Notes, and we're basically just reacting to news. Stop laughing. Okay, so this last segment, we're just reacting to viral moments. This week, We Have Some Notes is sponsored by Wayfair. Wayfair, every style, every home. Okay, so Hailey Bieber has $1 billion deal with e.l.f. Beauty.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom how much money that is.
Off of just like that.
I know.
That's crazy.
I'm sure I want to know like how long Rhode was in like the works for, like, because you remember the glazed donut trend that was like a long time ago, and I'm sure remember like you glaze your face, like you want to look like a glazed donut.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
She did a whole like Krispy Kreme thing.
Yes, she did the Krispy Kreme thing. So I'm sure like she's been working on this forever. So I'm so glad she finally.
Yeah, billion's crazy though.
Yeah, billion is crazy.
And for like how long she's had the company, but she's I feel like one of the nicest people, and I feel like this is very well deserved, and I'm so excited for her, and like being a new mom and just being a boss, and it's awesome.
I know.
No, that's fire.
You can be multiple things. You can be a businesswoman. You can be a mom.
You can
do it all. But yeah, I've always heard that she's like the nicest human. So
yeah, she's just very She's, again, I think one of those people that you wouldn't, like, sitting with her, you wouldn't know. Yeah, you wouldn't know. She's not, like, talking about things or whatever. We had a little, like, farmer's market day once, and we went and, like, made dinner together, and it was just the two of us, and it was so like, she's one of those people you can be around and you don't feel like you need to talk. Like, it's just having, like, the silence is, like, it's not awkward or anything. And I love that with finding people that you can just, like, sit in silence with, and it's just normal and it's fine. And she's one of those people that she's just so easygoing.
Yeah, like, you don't feel like you have to perform for someone or like make them like you. Like, I feel like I'm that way with you. Like, I was
gonna say, we sit in silence all the time, girl.
Yeah.
We do. We sit on we rot together in the locker room.
Remember we did the face mask?
Yes.
Just in the dark.
Oh, I'm a sucker for a face mask.
So last year, like, we did face masks with Amaya, her daughter, and we put on, like, this meditation YouTube.
She was pissed. What was she mad about?
She was mad that you used a spoon to put on her face mask. That's what she was mad at. So it was just us on the couch, and Amaya was sitting in between us.
How did you use a spoon?
I don't remember.
I think that's, like, the only thing.
I remember now. It was like clay.
She's dying. I'm dead.
You don't want to use your hands?
What did she want us to use? I forget.
Probably like a brush.
She's so sassy, though. It's so cute. But yeah, she was not having it. And she was like, she did not want to do the meditation. She was pissed when I was.
She was pissed.
I have the photo. Oh my God. She was sat there. I mean, you were in tears. I'm dying. Yeah. It's been really like, so last year was my first year in the league, and it's been so nice having, stop. Oh my God. But it's been so nice to have Dearica and her kids to, like, really unplug and be like, this is what it's about. Like, who get, like, wins and losses at the end of the day. Like, you get to, like, I had, like, a family.
Yeah.
You know, we all lived in the same apartment complex. Like, it was really nice. So you were killing me.
The violin, the spoon in the face mask. We're really uncovering a lot today.
I know. Pee jugs and all the good stuff.
We kind of covered it all.
We did.
We really went.
Are we missing anything?
We really went through it.
Do you think we're doing good as podcasters?
I love it. I love your guys' dynamic. I feel like it's fun to do it with. I mean, I do it with my husband, and that's fun. But, like, doing it with a friend, too, like having someone
who really gets you. Yeah. No, it's been great. We'll have to have you to a game. We would love for you to come.
Love that.
Yeah,
truly.
That's a wrap on episode 18. Wow, episode 18 of Straight to Cam, a Wave original. Shout out to Tay. Make sure you listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts at Straight to Cam.
And follow the show on all social media platforms at Straight to Cam to keep up with the best clips throughout the week.
See you next Monday.
Bye.